Now, from the Lowcountry's news leader, this is Live 5 News.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 2 hours, a total solar eclipse here in the Lowcountry. You see here a time lapse of light to dark, and we can even show you pictures all over the Lowcountry. We'll get to those in just a little bit, as the totality lasted just under 2 minutes.
And we do have live team coverage around the Lowcountry covering the big event. We have Karina Bolster. She is on the beach, the Isle of Palms. Michael Higdon is in Georgetown for us, and at the Joe, Phil Sharp and Debbie Chard anchoring our coverage. Let's send things there first.
Having a great time. You can hear the organ going because the River Dogs are at bat and it's game time here. But earlier, obviously, we were all watching the solar eclipse with the help of NASA.
Jake Bleacher is here again to talk to us about what we all saw. So what's your reaction to this wonderful solar eclipse, Jake?
This was just a tremendous event. I mean, it was pretty cloudy here, but right as we started heading towards totality, the clouds kind of cleared enough that we could see it. We had lightning in the background. I mean, it was just an impressive natural event.
Pretty spiffy night, huh? Or afternoon, I should say.
It was. And we want to thank Charleston for hosting NASA as our headquarters here for the entire eclipse activities. It's just been tremendous. Charleston's been great to us, and we really had a good time here.
Jake, NASA was also on the other side of the United States. So explain what all was happening today.
Yeah, so NASA sent folks from all of our different centers the whole way across the path of totality from Oregon here to Charleston, just to interact with the public, make sure everyone was viewing safely, and just had a great time. So it was great to hear the reports from the whole way across the path of totality, concluding here in Charleston.
You know, this weather has been very interesting, and it is right now. We see the sun out. It's partly cloudy in this direction. Behind us, Jake, if you look back, look at all those clouds, Debbie. Bill Walsh is our chief meteorologist. Bill, we didn't have any rain at all here at the Joe.
No, we got very, very lucky here at the Joe. I mean, we're talking about just within really maybe a mile. Most of the showers stayed off, but a lot of folks unfortunately didn't get to see the totality of the eclipse because of the rain. Let's take a look at the showers right now. It's First Alert Supernova Max, Lowcountry most powerful live radar, and you can see these showers still scattered up and down the South Carolina coast. Typical sea breeze, plus you enhance that with plenty of moisture and certainly the lift going on, and boom, that's what we have. We'll zoom on in. You can see a couple of showers out there, a few here and there depending on where you are, up toward Goose Creek, Monk's Corner, then back down even toward Walterboro, still looking at some showers. So let's talk about what to expect temperature-wise. It was nice to see a little cool off during the totality, but right now we are back to muggies. Look at those numbers. It's warm, it's steamy, and it's going to stay pretty sticky at least into the next couple hours. Here's what to expect as we roll on into this evening and tonight. Most of these showers should start to diminish. And again, you can take a look right there. That's kind of what we're looking at as we roll on into later and into the rest of the next couple of days now. Coming up new in a few minutes, we are going to talk about the weather for the rest of the week. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit cooler by the end of the week. We're kind of planning on that. For now, we're going to check on that. First alert traffic, and my partner Stephanie Sine standing by with a look. How are we doing out there, Steph?
Hey there, Bill. Surprisingly, not bad. Maybe everybody's just staying at the game tonight instead of driving. You can see behind me, showers. Still, that's going to be an issue for the next hour or so with driving here. But zooming into the map, there really aren't too many accidents. Knock on wood, not quite yet. A breakdown, though. Stalled vehicle on 26 westbound. This is around exit 209. That's the Ashley Phosphate Road exit. But other than that, not many issues out there. A little slow, however. Highway 17, if you're heading southbound, moving out of Avondale towards Melrose this evening. You can see our speed is around 6 miles per hour. I'm sure that's just traffic leaving the area from all of the eclipse events. But other than that, things are looking good. We'll have an update on drive times coming up.
In the last 30 minutes, the State Department of Transportation, they gave us an update on the roads across the state. All rest areas are open to traffic, but I-95, I-85, and I-77 are all experiencing some very heavy traffic at this point in time. Good news, though, there aren't any major traffic incidents out on those interstates.
In Georgetown, as in other places, hundreds turned out for a viewing party, this time at the airport there. Family-friendly activities held for eclipse enthusiasts that led up to the moment of darkness. Michael Higdon live in Georgetown right now. Michael, it sounds pretty exciting.
Raphael, it was very exciting. Things looking very different right now than they did really just after the totality. If you take a look behind me, we had people lined up and down this grassy area right here. They had umbrellas out, they had lounge chairs out watching for the totality eclipse. Us right here, though, is kind of a caveat because we didn't actually see totality. We were within seconds of seeing it, and a huge cloud came in front of it, so we weren't actually able to see totality. But the terminal, not even a mile away, that's where they saw it. We were told by officials who were kind of covering the event that folks back there were able to see the entire totality for more than 2 minutes here in Georgetown, which was very cool. But I will tell you, you're seeing video of what it was like where we were right now. And you could definitely feel that temperature drop. You could feel, you could see it was definitely darker. Our photographer, Matt Gladwell, said that he was hearing the crickets as the sun went by, or the moon really went by in front of the sun. Saw a couple birds kind of passing as the sun started to transform again into the sunlight. So it was a really cool event out here. A little bit of a bummer that we weren't able to see totality, but it was incredible that this was about a 4-hour total thing that we got to witness and experience for quite some time, and it's definitely something that I will never ever forget. For now, live in Georgetown County, I'm Michael Higdon-Nelson. Thanks, back to you.
Thank you, Michael. Of course, in other locations in the country, they enjoyed a view of the total solar eclipse as well. This is a look at that eclipse from Casper, Wyoming, as the moon moved right in front of the sun there.
And I want to show you another video from Columbia, completely sunny. This is pretty cool. Keep your eyes on this. Then to complete darkness in just a matter of seconds. All you'll be able to see in just a few moments are the traffic signals there on the street. Look at that. Wow, from bright to night in just a matter of moments. And then somebody flipped the switch, the sun moved, and there we go. Super cool. And check out some video from Oregon here, a group of people watching, and you can see the darkness take over before the light return. And many people here, even though in the clouds, maybe they feel like they didn't get as good a glimpse as maybe these folks did. That is pretty cool. But remember, if you saw it even get dark, you saw more than a lot of people in the country.
And hundreds of people, they were excited to watch the historic eclipse at the Columbia Speedway. Raycom's Caroline Patricus was there and gives us a look at the viewing party there they had to celebrate.
Well, I can tell you that the crowd erupted in emotion. They started clapping and screaming as soon as the moon moved over the sun during the total solar eclipse, and the crowd still haven't died down out here. What was your favorite part about the eclipse? Was it everything you expected?
Yes, it was. It was beautiful, and I'll never see it again.
Absolutely. It was beautiful. It was emotional for a lot of people out here. We've been talking to people who say the commute, the drive, the travel time was all worth it.
It definitely exceeded my expectations. I didn't think it would get this dark as fast as it is. So
that was the most incredible thing ever, really. It was phenomenal.
Was it what you expected?
It was everything I expected and a little bit more.
Thousands all over the state witnessed the historic solar eclipse. Coming up next at 5, how the South Carolina Gamecock football team enjoyed the blackout.
Well, the South Carolina Gamecock football team took time away from practice so they could enjoy the total solar eclipse. The team blasted their entrance theme, 2001 Space Odyssey, appropriately, as the moon started to cover the sun. You can see the darkness here in a video posted to the team's Facebook page.
And more reaction from around the state as eclipse watchers in Greenville, they experienced that total darkness. People here started to cheer as the moon covered the sun, and scientists, they say that the total eclipse covered more than 2,600 miles in 14 states. Right now, Bill Sharp and Debbie Chard, they continue to anchor our team coverage from Joe Riley Park for us. Joining us now, the baseball game, though, they saw a pretty lengthy weather delay.
What a great day it's been here at the Joe. We had the total eclipse coming in at 2:46. Now the River Dogs are playing, and the good news here at the Joe, Debbie, is the weather's nicer. It's cooler, there's a breeze. The sun is out in this direction. Behind us, we got a bunch of clouds, but it's turned into a nice day. We had NASA here. We had college students from Puerto Rico. and we had high school students doing experiments.
Yeah, it's been a fabulous day, Bill. As a matter of fact, we just talked to Laura Bleacher, who also works with NASA, and she said a couple of days ago they had sold almost 5,000 tickets, so that was a couple of days ago. We don't have the count just yet on how many people have joined us here, but you can see that we have pretty full bleachers behind me. The game is underway, and well, it looks like they're
There's a good
tossing
crowd
a few balls out there. Yeah, we have a great crowd. And the rain held off.
Oh, and that was
really lucky.
Karina Bolster joins us now live from the Isle of Palms. Karina, how was it out there today? I know the sun was out for the most part. Could you see the total eclipse from the Isle of Palms?
Well, Bill and Debbie, the Isle of Palms was definitely the place to be to see the totality this afternoon. The beach was packed for several hours from early this morning into the late afternoon, but right after the totality is when you saw a lot of the families pack up their stuff and head off of the beach and back to their cars. And let me show you what it's looking like right now. We're going to turn the camera all the way down here to Palm Boulevard, which is one of the main arteries here on the Isle of Palms. And as you can see, traffic backing up already at this point, and it's been like this for more than an hour. We've seen some police out there kind of directing traffic, but at this point they have left the area. We also know that talking about what we saw earlier, the beach here managed to get a great view of totality. We're going to pull up that video right now. As you see, a lot of beachgoers were worried because of how overcast it was throughout the morning into the early afternoon. One woman told me in Charleston, or one woman rather told me that fashion, all of a sudden the clouds disappeared, the fog parted, and we were able to see that lovely halo around the moon. And of course, my photographer and I, Jackson, we were able to take advantage of that sight as well. A lot of people hooting and hollering out here when that totality happened. A lot of exciting things, you know, I had a seagull poop on me, but what can you do? There's only so much you can prevent out here. But a lot of beachgoers very pleased with what they were able to experience out here on the Isle of Palms. We'll send it back to you, Bill and Debbie.
A lot of folks started out their day very early in order to get a spot on the beach so they could see the eclipse. What a great place to see it. But of course, I don't think you can beat the Joe.
Oh, this was great. But you know, there was a mixed bag of weather throughout the Lowcountry. Some people were fortunate like you and I were. Others were not quite as fortunate. Bill, some places had cloud cover. Other places had a lot of rain.
Yeah, they did. In fact, that really was you know, the timing is everything in weather. You know, where you are at the moment, what the, you know, what the situation is. We were lucky in some places, unlucky in others, but hey, there's always 2024. We'll all go to Buffalo.
We're going to Niagara Falls with you and Mrs. Welch, and Debbie's going to go along too.
In April, we'll do that. Let's take a look what's happening out there right now. It's First Alert Super Doppler Max, and you can see the Lowcountry's most powerful live radar. It's First Alert, and you can see some of those showers up and down the South Carolina coast. We're still watching them from here as well. So be on the lookout for those as we kind of zoom on in. You can see some of these areas of moderate to heavy rainfall. So again, we're going to keep an eye on that for the next couple hours. They are diminishing in intensity, and that's certainly good news. So is Bill Sharp, so that's really good news there. Let's take a look at what's going on as far as the numbers and stuff like that. And again, we're talking about pretty much 70s. I mean, we're looking at some 80s. Depending on where you happen to be, the rain has certainly cooled things off an awful lot. As we go hour by hour, let's take a look at the next few hours. If you are going out this evening to celebrate the eclipse, or just to get out and have some dinner, or just get out for a walk, you're coming out here to the River Dogs, all looks very, very nice right now, hour by hour. The weather map, a couple of features we're watching. We have a frontal boundary to our west, a weak trough off the coast. Bottom line, we've got August moisture, so that means on again, off again showers, and a few thunderstorms, even on into tomorrow and the middle of the week, maybe a little drier for the end of the week, so we'll keep an eye on that. But as we take a peek at the future tracker, let's start 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, back to school. Can you believe that? Wow. Yeah, 7 in the morning on the way to school. Maybe a couple of clouds. We'll keep that in mind as we go hour by hour. Let's go right into the lunch hour. And again, right through lunch and then into the afternoon. We can't rule out more showers or even a couple of thunderstorms after school tomorrow. So kind of throw that in your planning as well. So as we take a peek at tonight, well, there it is. Some showers diminishing, warm and muggy. But look at tomorrow for you, Tuesday, back to school. And it is going to be, again, variable as we roll on into tomorrow. We'll keep a couple of showers.
You don't have to worry about working tomorrow. William, my son, has already fired you. So just don't show up tomorrow. Yeah.
God bless William. He's unbelievable. All right, let's take a peek at the marine forecast. Again, winds are going to be variable. By the end of the week, by the way, we might see a little bit drier weather. That'll be nice, but the marine forecast still has some showers in tomorrow's forecast, so throw that in your planning. Are you ready for the weekend? I know it's Monday, but we always start with your weekend first. Let's talk about Saturday and Sunday. Again, a little bit drier, not quite as muggy, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed for some better weekend weather. Let's check out your 7-day forecast, shall we? We are going to talk about our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, warm, muggy, steamy. And again, as we head for the end, and we'll keep some showers in those, notice the shower chance kind of stays with us into the middle of the week. But by the weekend, we'll hope for somewhat better weather, and that's certainly good news. We are live at the Joe. They are playing baseball. The rain, at least, is staying away for now. Traffic, I don't know if it's been bad or not, but we have Stephanie Sines standing by. She's going to check it out right now. Hey, Steph.
Hey there, guys. Luckily, you're not in that traffic this afternoon. You're there having a good time. But First Alert Traffic, we're always letting you know. And as you can see, there aren't too many issues out there on the roadway. Believe it or not, really only one accident right now causing a problem, and that's actually past the Don Holt Bridge. This is on 526 westbound. We do have a right lane blocked due to an accident that's right around exit 19, the Rhett Avenue exit there. So keep that in mind. Definitely give them some space on the side of the road. We're live a camera outside right now. You can kind of see they're moving it around as we speak, but all the emergency vehicles right there. They're in the shoulder though, and also in the right lane. Just give them some extra space and definitely take it easy out there. Like we said, not too many accidents, but the rain is off and on. We're still dealing with showers, so a little soggy for the commute, no matter where you're heading. How about 17, Savannah Highway? You can see as we head south here towards Red Top from Melrose, right around 6 mph speed, so a little slow in a few areas, but really on our major roadways, not bad. Going to take a look at the connectors. Ben Sawyer, also IOP connector, and as you can see, green, both connectors, not bad. I know Karina just showed that live look of IOP right now, and it's looking pretty backed up there, but in terms of getting back on inland, things not looking all that bad as of right now, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that. How about looking live outside? This is the Ravenel Bridge, of course, southbound traffic, northbound traffic, I should say, moving back into Mount Pleasant. Pretty nice, and also the traffic leaving Mount Pleasant. Maybe everybody heading to the beach today for the eclipse. Also not bad either. So far, things are looking good, but definitely take it safe out there. We'll continue to update your traffic times, and we'll be back after this.
First Alert Traffic, sponsored by Hendrick Auto Group.
Live back here at the Joe with Dave Eccles. Thanks so much for joining us. A big day for all of us and the River Dogs.
That's right.
You have a lot of people here.
We did. We just took a peek, and we had about over 5,200 coming in for the game and the eclipse, and the game. So real happy with that.
You know, it has been a wonderful day here at the Joe. Thanks for having us in, Dave.
Oh, Bill did a great job. A little warm, and then it cooled off, I guess, when it got dark, right?
Yeah.
And then now the rain's away, so it's fantastic.
He has a direct connection upstairs.
He does.
So
I keep him on speed dial.
Let's bring in Colby Satterfield and Harv Jacobs right now. Thank you so much, Dave.
Yep, appreciate it.
Let's hope the River Dogs kick them.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
All right.
It has been quite a day, guys. Colby and I have been going all over the stands talking to people. And Colby, what are people telling you?
Well, I've been asking people what they'll remember a month, a year, 25 years from now, and everyone just says how incredible it is to be not only here to watch it and see it go pitch black, but also they said the whole Charleston experience.
Yeah, people told me the coolest thing was when it went dark. I talked to Elizabeth McLaren. She's from Charleston. She sat in the front row, and here's what she had to say. What was the coolest thing about it?
Where it went from really dark and then back to sunny and then really, really dark again. And it's like, it just got so quiet. And it felt like nighttime, and then the sun came back out.
Sun, dark, sun again. That's what everybody was talking about. When it went, it felt so weird when it was so dark, and the way it cooled down all of a sudden, 5 or 6 degrees, and it was like nighttime. I felt I should be in my pajamas, Bill.
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that didn't happen.
Me too.
It's so fun to look through the crowd and see the thousands of people, and a lot of them have their phones lighting up.
Yeah.
So it's really a beautiful shot. I got a picture. Yeah.
And now they're here for the ball game.
They are, and I can't wait to see that. Colby, your first eclipse ever, I suspect.
It is.
Tell us briefly what you thought.
I thought it was incredible. I knew it was going to get dark, but I said earlier, it gave me chills, I think, because I was just so excited for it. And when it actually came, It was awesome. I loved it.
The truth is you were excited to work with Harv Jacobs right next to him.
Of course, always excited to work with Harv.
Send back at her.
There you go. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much. Colby Satterfield, Harv Jacobs. Debbie, what a day it has been.
It has been fantastic to see people coming in from the very beginning. We've been here since about 10 o'clock this morning, and everybody, it's just been such a fabulous experience, something we will always remember.
Absolutely, and everybody's been in such a great mood. You know, they were anticipating a great eclipse. Some of them saw it. Unfortunately, others didn't, but they were all just in a great mood.
And now we have the game to watch. It's not over, Bill. We are having fun.
We'll send it back to you there in the studio.
And let's talk about those drive times. If you're still heading out, or maybe you're expecting somebody to head home from an eclipse event today, drive times not bad, so don't be surprised if they actually come home on time this afternoon. You can see 26 drive times either way, not bad whatsoever. You can also see 26 westbound in the background here, right around that 52 merge area, looking good there. How about 526? It's always slow this time of the afternoon, but we're really not seeing much of a slowdown, really 18 minutes either way. Highway 17, your typical slow spots. We have seen a little bit of traffic from downtown to Mount Pleasant. Drive safely.
And a reminder, in all this eclipse excitement, more Lowcountry school districts are gearing up to welcome back students tomorrow. Colleton, DD2, DD4, Georgetown, and Williamsburg counties, they all have their first day of school tomorrow. And students in Charleston and in Berkeley County schools, they also have class tomorrow. They were closed today because of the eclipse.
If you still have questions before the first day tomorrow, Live 5 has you covered. Head to live5news.com for start times, bus routes, and other info. Click on the big red box you see there in the left corner of your screen. And make sure to tune in to WCSE tomorrow morning starting at 5. We'll be up with you, getting you ready for your kids' first day back. Our solar eclipse coverage continues in just a few minutes. Coming up next at 5:30, Ashley Holland live from the University of South Carolina, where they also experienced total darkness.